So you know that video I made talking about why the Steam Deck is gonna fail again. I have to mention it. Well, I thought of more reasons why it's gonna fail, and let's talk about them. Okay, let's talk about Steam Deck will fail. Okay, we know this. I've already explained. Even though people don't understand my frustrations with Valve in general, the Steam Deck is gonna fail. Here's why. Number one, exclusive content. Exclusive content. They don't have it. Now you might be like, well, it's using Steam, so any game that's Steam exclusive is gonna be on Steam. Okay? Yeah. Come on. If it's only on Steam, okay, which there's not really a game that's only on Steam, other than those PC vaporware games or those shovelware games, whatever you call them, the ones that really suck. Those are exclusive to Steam because they can rip Steam customers off with those fucking games. But here's the problem. You see, the problem with it is they aren't working on first-party content. First-party content. That's the shit that everybody wants Valve to do, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. And please don't mention Half-Life Alyx. I hate mentioning that fucking piece of crap. Because number one, it's a VR game. It requires an expensive VR headset, which I don't want to buy, personally. Okay, I personally don't want to buy it. I think the shit sucks. If I have to put on a fucking pair of goggles to play a fucking video game, do you know how bad it is that I have to, at work, put on a pair of goggles to make a cardboard bale? Do you know how fucking tragic that is? Do you know how tragic that is? Do you understand the problem? They fucking it fogs up your vision, and you can't fucking see shit. So I don't want to put on a pair of fucking goggles just to play a fucking video game. Give me a fucking break. I would rather, you know what was a cool idea but failed because no one cared about it but me? The Wii U. Okay? I loved the idea of being able to play a game on a controller rather than on the TV. I thought that was the coolest shit I ever heard. I figured Nintendo would make it eventually. I had this idea when I was a kid that you would be able to do this on the Nintendo 64. But it never happened, obviously, because the Nintendo 64 was outdated technology. It's something they didn't think of until many years later. And now you can play a video game wherever you want to go. You know, I mean, you've always been able to play a video game wherever you want to go, but, it's like, what was I saying again? We were talking about fucking, I'm tired. Oh, okay, anyway, that was a cool idea. It's not a cool idea? Putting on a pair of fucking goggles to play a fucking video game. And if you guys don't know, I took a shower, just in case people are talking about, take a shower. I already took a shower. This is my hair drying. Don't you recognize the hair drying from being in water? I mean, this is what hair looks like when it's fucking drying. Anyway. So, here's the thing. The game, or the system, doesn't have first-party content. Oh, but it can play Valve games. Valve games that already came out fucking years ago. Okay, Okay, I love Portal 2. Portal 2 is a fucking excellent game. Portal 1 was an excellent game. I remember that was the first Steam game I ever got. Okay, Portal 1. I played that shit. And I was like, damn, this is so fucking fun and innovative. This is a great fucking game. And then later I played Half-Life 2 and, the Half-Life series and, Half-Life 2 specifically. And Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2. And those are fun, but they're not as fun as Portal, honestly. I liked Portal a lot better, but that's just me. But the people who play Portal 2 online fucking suck. They fucking suck. I swear. God, do you know how many times we're going on a tangent here. Do you know how many fucking times I sat there playing Portal 2 and I figured out the puzzle immediately? It was co-op. Figured out the puzzle immediately and nobody figured it out. And I was I distinctly remember not having a microphone to talk to them. So I just give them hints, and they couldn't fucking figure it out. What the fuck is wrong with them? Anyway, that's how fucking stupid the Steam fanbase is. But I digress. So first party content is a must. It must happen. And it's gotta be single player. And it's gotta not require those fucking VR fucking glasses. Because the VR glasses, let me tell you, fucking sucks. I don't know why PC gamers are so fucking into that. They're into the idea of, oh my god, I'm putting on these VR glasses. Oh my god, I can see all around me. Oh my god. It's fucking ridiculous. And it is what it is. They don't have the content. Okay. So you don't have content. You're using from what someone said in the comments, it's a 720p screen. I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody let me know if that's true. But you would expect on a high-end device like the Steam Deck. This thing is fucking high-end, okay? This thing goes from as minimum as $400, which is the price of a new fucking Xbox, to $600. $600. You would expect, at the very least, a 1080p screen. Even if you have to make it like a teraflop better in performance, you would expect a 1080p screen. Okay? 1080p. Why are we dealing with 720p in 2021? I know why Nintendo's doing it. Nintendo's doing it because that's their business model. Nintendo's business model is to use outdated technologies to make something more affordable. That's what Nintendo does. But this is almost as expensive as, and you do realize that a Switch is far cheaper than the Steam Deck. Switch, bare minimum, if you just want the Switch Lite and you only plan on playing in handheld, which the Steam Deck, by default, can only play on handheld, unless you get a dock that's separate. Okay? Dock that's separate. Literally, the fucking thing is a handheld only at the moment you purchase it machine. And if you want that, a Switch Lite, $200. Actually, less if you buy it on, for example, eBay or Amazon, or sometimes you can get on sale on Black Friday. So, not only are you getting the same resolution on a fucking better machine that has its own exclusive games, and first-party games, but you're getting it at a cheaper price, far cheaper price. Do you see why I'm upset about this entire fucking thing? Why I think it's going to fail? And I've already mentioned the fact that it only is sold on one fucking storefront, right? One fucking storefront. It doesn't make sense why they should sell it on one storefront. But anyway, I digress. Thing is 720p in 2021, and it's launching at a price point of $400. For that price, you can get a 1080p machine or a 1440p machine that'll play games like the Xbox Series S, or $400 for the PlayStation fucking 5 digital. PlayStation 5 digital is the same fucking thing. It's more powerful. And for $500, you could get a regular PS5 with a disc drive or an Xbox Series X. Okay? It doesn't make sense why you would support this thing wholeheartedly if you take a look at the facts here. These are the facts. These are the fucking facts. Okay? And don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the Steam fanboys. They're lining up to buy this, and it's not going to sell very well. Okay? It's not. It's not going to sell very well. Let's take a look at the hardware products that Steam's made. Steam Controller, Steam Machines. Both sold like shit and were discontinued. And the Index, I mean, what can I say? People are telling me it's the best VR headset. That's not a high bar. VR is not an attractive thing to pursue. Sony's doing it, but that's because Sony is a fucking idiot, a fucking moronic company. Okay? Sony are. Now you might be like, well, Xbox can't compete. It's like, dude, no one wants to play VR, and Microsoft took a look at VR, and they came to the conclusion that nobody but enthusiasts really want VR. The mass market does not want virtual reality. Mass market does not. And if they do, they have a lot of cheaper options. They have, well, like I said, PlayStation VR. Okay, on the PlayStation 4, but that you can only use on the PlayStation 4. If they want it on the PC, you have basically one option that's affordable, and that's Oculus Rift. Okay? And I'm not saying you should totally get an Oculus Rift. No, that's a waste of fucking money. It's a waste of fucking money, honestly. You could get a gift for somebody with that kind of money. You could donate some money to the children's hospital, right? That's a better investment for your money than this fucking Oculus Rift shit. You could go on a fancy ass vacation, okay, for a little bit more than this. I mean, if you plan it out, go to only cheap hotel rooms, you could possibly go on a nice 5-day vacation, 4-day vacation, something like that. See some sights around wherever you go on vacation. I don't know. Possibly. Personally, I wouldn't go on vacation anywhere less than 100 miles. Or, yeah, less than 100 miles. But, yeah. It's just wow. You're wasting money on a VR headset. Okay? But anyway, we're talking about the Steam Deck, whatever it's called. Steam Deck, I mean, it's a neat idea. I'm sure it'll have fans, right? But those fans aren't going to be the mass market. Okay? Those fans are not going to be the mass market. The mass market's going to look at this and be like, well, I could buy this, or I could buy $400 worth of Steam games. Which option sounds more appealing? Which option actually fucking makes the most logical sense? Buy this handheld device that's only 720p? Buy the $400 worth of Steam games. Hell, $500 worth of Steam games you could get. Which one sounds more appealing? Exactly my point. You could buy it. You could buy games like Elden Ring, which looks pretty good, actually. I won't buy it because I don't like to get my ass beat while playing a fucking video game. I just like to play through and enjoy the story, and then I'm done with it. That's how I play games. I mean, if a game is really good, I'll replay it. But anyway, off topic. We have gone very off topic in this video, but I want you guys to know that this is what you're expecting when you come to a YouTube channel from a YouTuber you don't know. Okay? The Steam Deck will not succeed, in my opinion. Okay? I don't know if it will succeed. Does the device look neat? Yeah, sure. It looks neat. But you're not getting a lot with the fucking, with the price you're paying. I mean, you could buy a PS5 for $400. You could buy an Xbox Series S for $300. And Series S has more storage than the base Steam Deck. People are like, but the price to performance thing, and they literally put all this technology into the fucking thing, and the cost outweighs the parts or something like that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to make the unit, right? You're supposed to make the unit, and you're supposed to sell it at a loss, and a significant loss at that. You know how many Xboxes Microsoft is losing money on? All of them. You know how many PS5s Sony may be losing money on? Quite possibly all of them. And Nintendo, like I said, they get cheap technology and they sell them at a profit. So that's what Nintendo does. And if Valve wants to be Nintendo, okay, one thing you have going for you is none of the above. You're not a Nintendo because you don't have the IP. You could say they have the IP. They have really great IP. They're not using it. They're not using them. Okay, they're not using them. You don't have the sales figures. Okay. Most of their products, failure. And you could say that the index is selling out everywhere. Therefore, it's not a failure. Do you know for a fact if Valve is just not producing a lot of them? Do you know? Do you know if Valve is producing a lot of these? Because I'm pretty sure that if Valve decided to, I don't know, one day just stop producing them for a few weeks and only make 10 units after producing them, and then they sell the 10,000 units, let's just say 10,000 units, and then they sell them all out. That's not a lot. 10,000 units is not a lot. And I'm pretty sure its first year sold only 149,000 units. I actually looked it up. 149,000 units. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of units. It's not a lot of units at all. And it's not outselling the Oculus Rift. Okay? It's not outselling the Oculus Rift. It's not outselling it at all. So I don't fucking get it. Let's just say I don't fucking... The products have been a failure. They were a competent game developer, and they ran Steam, which is the most popular PC storefront in terms of numbers. Okay? In terms of numbers. But they're getting ass beat by the Epic Store, and they're coming out with garbage like this. It is fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I want a Valve that makes video games. And works on Steam and has new features to Steam. I want both. I don't want just new features to Steam, and plus we're going to do this hardware that nobody is buying. That's a stupid fucking business model. You go from your bread and butter from the games that sold millions of units and still sell millions of units to let's just come out with this hardware that nobody wants. and nobody is asking for. Nobody's asking for this. How many of you asked for the Steam Deck? Let me ask. How many of you actually asked for the Steam Deck? I bet there's going to be one idiot in the comment section. It's like, sorry. I bet there's going to be one idiot who's like, I did, I asked for it. No, you fucking didn't. You're a fucking lying sack of shit, okay? You are a lying fucking sack of shit. Because there's no fucking way in hell that you knew Valve was going to do this and you were like, yes, they should totally do this before it was leaked on all over the internet. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you knew Valve was going to do that. Unless you were inside Valve. And if you're inside Valve and you have more knowledge about the shit Valve does, why don't you just tell Valve, hey, we should start making games? And I bet you anything, Gaben's going to laugh at that. He's going to be like, no, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. No, seriously, fucking leave. Fucking leave. You're fired. No, he's going to do that entire thing, but I digress. Anyway, what else? There was one other thing that I thought of earlier, but I should probably mention this thing we still don't know whether it's going to be able to run, okay, every single game flawlessly, with or without a mouse cursor. I mean, there are some games that should be patched for the controller input. Okay? Some games should be patched and be like, hey, you can now use the sticks to move around. In a game, say let's just use this game for example. Say Pillars of Eternity or Pillars of Eternity 2. I know that game used the mouse on the PC, but I own both games, and I gotta tell you, I would love to be able to play with a controller without having to buy it on the console. But you have to buy it on the console to play with a controller. It makes no sense. Why can't you give me the fucking option? But they don't give you that option, or maybe they do, and I'm just not figuring it out. Maybe I'm just not figuring it out. Anyway, that's the video. I have nothing more to say, and if you liked, subscribe, and if you didn't like, oh well.